let's understand what we don't do here is we don't cross the feet of Bella. We don't cross the feet anywhere where his feet can reach my feet. So here I gotta make sure that you never do this, okay? Number one. Number two, you gotta make sure that he also doesn't take this elbow, pushes this knee, and then crosses my feet over, and then does this. So that's all possible too. If your feet are crossed and he's attacking your feet, it's gonna be either foot lock or whoever chokes who first. So you better crank that neck before they crank your feet, because that comes on real quick.
Yep.
And if that happens, oof, boy, you better watch out. Very embarrassing. All right, so that's number one. Number two is I want to make a fist with my left hand so that I have a way to pull. If this is straight, I don't have kind of like a hook almost. My fist should be, so as I pull, okay, my right hand pulls this around like a rope. If I'm squeezing him too hard, it's hard to pull. I have to be loose enough to where I can begin to just kind of like loop it around him. And my head pushes him to the left. All right. Now, there's a couple things that happen here. So as I push him, his hands go in the proper spot, but you see, he can only grab one arm. I don't want to be here because he can grab both. Now it's a problem for me. The other thing you definitely don't want, which I don't even know what's more embarrassing, is to be able to kind of start leaving this hand dangling. He grabs both hands at the wrist, he pulls it out over his shoulder, tap, 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 and then he arm locks you right here. I don't know what's more embarrassing, the feet or getting arm locked right here, because this literally is an arm lock if he pulls down on the shoulder. So you could get, yeah, and he'll tilt his head that way, he'll grab both wrists right, yeah, right there, because now I can't take it off his shoulder, and then he just pulls it down. My left arm is messed up from you guys pulling on it too hard, you're tapping too right, okay? So, number one, when you make this fist, you're gonna make this little hook so that this hand can pull on this bone here. As I rotate it here, my head pushes him into this choke here, okay? And I wanna kinda extend it. Right. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to use this hand here to secure his hand, and I'm going to extend it here. But his free hand kind of grabs me at the wrist and I can't get it all the way up. I almost have it up here. I go push this down here and I hook it with my leg here, okay? And I spur. I pull this one out. I go palm up and I get just a basic gable grip here, and then I loop it around here, and then I lock it here, and then finish it. That's very common. If you notice, what we don't have room to do is the standard Monteleone type of, hand wedge in the back. The position doesn't give us this opportunity. So, let me just go here. Okay. So we're here. As I lock it here, I keep his head this way here because I don't want him also to transfer his weight to that side, to his right side, because he's not going to get out here because I have his neck. So the second his hand leaves his neck, he's going to get choked. So often what happens is that they begin to try to push themselves onto this side right here. Yes, yes. Now he's kind of got it on his escape side here, okay, which is okay because we have solutions for that. So I don't want him to do that. Now I want to keep him on that side, and the head makes a huge difference. Sit up. Start sitting. Your head pushing him prevents him from moving his head across your body in order to get to the escape side, because the ideal way for him to fall here would be off to the right. And now, my arm is not a threat. His right hand removes the hook. Here, and now as he walks to the left, both hands, this is not choking. Both hands go on the knee. Yes, and he scoots away, scoots away, and now I'm in a bad position. Okay? So to understand how to really, why you're controlling him on that side, you gotta also understand how to escape this position. We'll do that another time. So hand fist. So I can pull the seat belt, and my head, it's like that over to my head, and I start wedging him up this way here. We fall off. I'm trying to choke him. He's got both hands. I get this right hand at the wrist here. Push it down. He grabs that hand. I can't bring it up any further, but I have a good control of this hand. I pass it to my leg, and I'm just gonna spur it right here as I pull my own arm out. So his arm is stuck momentarily, not forever, because if he's moving, he'll loosen it. My right hand comes palm up to my left hand here, and I'm just gonna pull it around and keep his head here. And all I'm gonna do is just flex my bicep. And notice what I did here is I started here, but I kind of pushed my shoulder forward and looped it around so that my elbow is more with his chin, and then I flex it right here. All right? So when you fall off to the side here, seat belt, you're pulling. So we're here, got here. Try to get here. He did the right thing. He could even walk. The closer he has to the wrist, he has more control. Because what he will be probably doing is wanting to pull this down. Yeah, and I gotta kind of maybe even grab the material here as I secure this arm here. Lock it right about here, spurring, and that spurs as I take my right hand, pull it out, and then palm up here, and then I'm just gonna extend my shoulder, and then here. If his chin would be down, you can always come in with one of these, and then finish this. If his chin is down, you can always come in with one of these right here, okay? One of these right here, right? And then I get under. If his chin is down and to the right, yeah, all I'm gonna do is just go across his jaw, and I'm just gonna torque his neck, okay? So whether his chin is down, okay? In competition, that's perfectly legal. So as you're here and his chin is down to the left, okay? And his left hand is kind of, yes, right here. I could just go in here and just go right with that wrist, right across that nose, hook that nose, lift it up, and then my hand comes back, and then it's done. Right there. And voila, it's over, okay? So, one last time. Same thing. Hooks, seat belt, pull it, keep defending, head rolls here, and notice how I lean the hip, like back, so I keep his legs more so away from that hook. I don't want him to get over here. Right hand, grab the hand, push it down, yes, right there, and then I clamp it right here, or spur it. This hand right here needs to come out. I just twist and pull, palm up, shrug forward, lock it, and finish. Let's go, 1, 2, 3. See how much fun we're having?
The forehead, okay? I pulled a forehead. I'm a gentleman.
Forehead sometimes is not enough motivation.